Aura Property Group, guiding you home.
Yvonne, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
So my name is Yvonne Viljoen. I'm 38 years old and a mom of 2 and married. I've been in mortgage origination now for about 17 years. It stems from a passion for property. I studied an LLB, and while studying I used to work at Nedbank Home Loans. My mom was a credit manager. So I spent my holidays prepping and checking files from my mom who made decisions. And then I steered into law, practiced slightly, and then decided origination was for me. And I started in the property industry in a company that used to advance estate agents commission and assist sellers with bridging finance. I then moved from Johannesburg to Cape Town in year 2000 along with that company and continued to service the real estate doing advanced commission and bridging finance. And then around 2002, I joined then Mortgage SA, which is now Ooba. I've been with Ooba since 2002, so just shy of 15 years. I started in the Atlantic Seaboard in a little office, a young Joburg girl who had to find her feet and find her own lead providers and find her own consumers. And I started doing that by getting on my 2 feet and walking the show days and walking the streets to offer my services. And basically, 15 years on, I'm still here. I am very passionate about my job. I'm passionate about real estate. I'm passionate about property and the home buyer. And every transaction for me is about putting that home buyer in his dream home.
What are the benefits of not going bank direct?
As a property finance consultant, we would always advocate that the client take the application to as many lenders as possible. Just as with purchasing the property, you didn't just go to one real estate or one show house and look at one property. You shopped around, you price counseled, you looked at what was available in multiple areas. And the same should apply when you do a home loan. You should not go to just your bank and only your bank and receive the offer only they have to offer. Ooba property finance consultants are mortgage experts. We work 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. We know each bank's policies and each bank's rules. So we will assist the consumer from the beginning to collate the necessary documentations, present the application to the lender, walk it through the multiple milestones at the lender, whilst giving that buyer the comfort of daily feedback on where the application is, right up to final approval, and finally, and most importantly, negotiate the best interest rate for the client and the best terms and conditions. It's a win-win. Our service is free. Why go to the bank direct when you can align yourself with a mortgage specialist at no cost who will go to multiple lenders and keep you in the loop better than your bank would?
Yvonne, tell us about how you assess a home buyer's affordability.
So before the consumer purchases a property, we strongly suggest he go through the various mediums Ooba has to offer to assess what he could purchase for. Where I will step in is the medium where you meet with a home loan consultant, a property finance consultant, and we start the formal pre-approval process. So that would ordinarily start with assisting you to collate the required documentation based on your employment status. We generally would meet, go through all that information, and then apply the various banks' policies to your income and give you an indication of what level of home loan you could expect to obtain. We would also take it further based on your employment and the band you're purchasing in, what deposit you could expect to pay. We would also assist you with giving you the estimated associated cost, referring to transfer and bond registration fees. We would then also work on an estimated repayment so we can ensure what you're purchasing is within your personal budget. We also would chat to you in regard to whether or not you're going to pay cash and the benefits of paying cash versus taking a home loan. We often find that cash purchasers don't realize when purchasing an investment the benefits of gearing that property and registering a bond for the purposes of tax, that the tax rebate they may get should they have a tenant in that property. It's also important for the applicant to understand the bank's rules and policies around the applicant type. Are you a South African citizen? Do you live and work here? Are you here on a passport? Are you here on a permit? There are various rules and each bank has their own rule. So a meeting with an Ooba property finance consultant, we apply one of all 8 rules that we know from each bank and we can say where would the bond best be placed.
Aura Property Group, guiding you home.